Welcome to the Packer Mentality Podcast. After a brief hiatus, we're back and ready for the 2024 season. I'm here to keep you updated and provide insights on everything Packers, both on and off the field. To our dedicated listeners and viewers, a huge thank you for your continued support and engagement. Your participation has been key to the growth of this channel. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe, leave your comments, and join me on social media at Packer Mentality. You can find this podcast on all major platforms. I'm back. For those of you watching the video, you can see that I am now in new surroundings after having spent the last month or so packing and moving and unpacking and just getting settled. I am relieved beyond belief to have that all done and so happy to get back to talking about the Packers. So let's get to it. After months of pretty much no news, we are now only 12 days away from the start of training camp on July 22nd. But before that comes, we have a few things we can still talk about. Let's start with the Packers 2024 draft class. What rookies from this class are going to crack the starting lineup for game one? Let's start on offense, and we'll start with the Packers' first round pick, offensive lineman Jordan Morgan from Arizona. Right now, he is the most likely of any of the offensive rookies to win a starting job. The question is going to be which position? Jordan Morgan spent his entire college career at left tackle, and switching sides from left to right is extremely difficult. And Matt LaFleur had him learning both tackle and guard on both the right and left sides during mini camps. The question will be, what position could he play that's going to make the biggest difference to this offensive line? Rasheed Walker, left tackle, showed he could hold his own. And by the end of the last season, he was actually one of the better pass protectors in the league. Unless he regresses, I don't like the idea of replacing him. On the other side, Zach Tom, he's a really good young right tackle. And again, I don't like the idea of moving or benching a good tackle, right or left side, for an unproven rookie who has not played a snap in the NFL. At guard, Elton Jenkins is a Pro Bowl guard, but he could play left or right side. He's shown he's done it. Or he could also be an all pro center. He gives you the flexibility to bring in Jordan Morgan at left guard. I'd move Jenkins probably to center or maybe right guard, depending on how Sean Ryan performs. But if Josh Myers doesn't improve or show he can play at a higher level, I think Elton Jenkins could be your center to start the season. Of course, all of this assumes that Jordan Morgan shows he can be ready to go by the regular season. Some of the other offensive rookies on the offensive line would really have to shine during training camp and the preseason to crack this offensive line. But fifth round pick Jacob Monk possibly could put him into that conversation for the guard or center jobs. Tackle Travis Glover, who was a sixth round pick, he's probably buried on the depth chart for the foreseeable future. Packers drafted quarterback Michael Pratt from Tulane in the seventh round. Do not listen or even engage the trolls on social media or the Bears fans. Michael Pratt is not replacing Jordan Love. Pratt and Sean Clifford are going to battle it out for the number 2 spot. Even if Pratt wins that battle, something will have to go on terribly wrong for him to get more than 1 or 2 starts as an injury replacement. At running back, the Packers brought in Marshawn Lloyd from USC in the third round. Lloyd will most likely get anywhere from 3 to 10 snaps every game, but Josh Jacobs is the starter, and they still have A.J. Dillon. Lloyd is going to have to show he's solved the fumbling problem he had in college and prove he can handle himself in pass protection before the Packers are going to trust him with more playing time. The wide receiver and tight end positions were completely and successfully overhauled over the past 2 seasons. And so, Packers did not draft any wide receivers or tight ends. These two groups are in good shape for the next couple of seasons. On the defensive side of the ball is where we should see a few rookies in key positions right away. In the secondary, the Packers completely overhauled the safety position and should and will have completely new names in the starting lineup. They brought in free agency a young, talented, and versatile veteran in safety, Xavier McKinney, to handle one of the safety positions. And then they drafted three safeties, at least one of which will be a starter to start the season. Javon Bullard, their second round pick out of Georgia, should be the leader for that spot. Bullard has the experience, the tools, and the versatility to complement Xavier McKinney in the secondary. He and McKinney can both play deep, play in the box, or cover in the slot. Evan Williams, a fourth round pick out of Oregon, should also see some time on the field as well. Fifth round pick from Oregon State, Katan Oladapo, missed a lot of time during the offseason and during mini camps due to injury. He's going to have a lot of ground to make up to just make the 53-man roster, much less get on the field. Kalen King, a corner from Penn State who surprisingly fell all the way to the seventh round, could be a steal if he regains his form from the 2022 season, where he was one of the best corners in the country. But he's still probably the Packers' number 4 cornerback to start the season. Second round pick, linebacker Edgerrin Cooper was the top linebacker in the draft, and he has all the athletic ability to excel in Jeff Hafley's defense. He has terrific burst to get to the ball and could be an excellent blitzer. Question will be is, will he be able to absorb enough the defense to grab the other starting linebacker spot next to Quay Walker? I think he can, and I think he will. He showed excellent discipline in minicamp and was actually challenged when Matt LaFleur called a play designed to fool him, and Cooper did not bite. He stayed home, stayed with his keys, showed he had a good grasp of the defense, and made the play. Late third round pick Tyron Hopper has also shown good athletic ability in minicamp, but I don't think he's ready to compete for a starting position quite yet. The defensive line is set with all the additions from last year. We just need to see growth from those guys in year 2. So there you go. Jordan Morgan on the offensive line, Edgerrin Cooper at linebacker, and safety Javon Bullard are my picks to win starting positions when the season starts against the Eagles in Brazil. I can't wait. We're going to talk a lot more about those position battles over the next month or so, including the episode next week. Stay tuned for that episode. Until that time, please take a minute to subscribe and follow me on social media. Have a great week, everyone, and go Pack Go.